whity show.
The whity show, the whity show.
Whity show.
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games for what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star. Spider-Man games in the past are either a hit or a miss. You either got a good game, you got an okay game, or you just got a pretty shitty game. Whereas I felt Spider-Man 3 and Friend or Foe were average at best, and Spider-Man 2 being the good game, we need a new Spider-Man game. But even with Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the movie games, the combat was very simplistic, it was very chaotic, and basically you're clicking one button to see whoever wins the fight, and usually it's Spider-Man. In this, the combat system is totally revamped. It feels more like Spider-Man with his slick moves as his normal suit and the badass takedowns of the black suit, or the symbiote suit for you nerds, and I am one of those, so yes, symbiote suit. So let's get right into it. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. So the story begins at Web of Shadows, where there's a huge invasion of symbiotes, and they're attacking New York and destroying it and taking over superheroes. It's huge, chaotic. People don't like you anymore because you use the black suit too much, and it's just crazy. Crazy shit's happening. The second half of the story is really well done. It's very fast-paced, very, into the story. Whereas the first half, it almost feels like one of Spider-Man's, loosely fun adventures. But it's not that fun to play. But it is a good introduction to the combat, which serves its purpose. So, let's hit up the worst part of the story. Is sadly Peter Parker's voice. I want to strangle this guy. Strangle him. He sounds like a super geek, like a geek you find in the closet that was hiding for 55 years or whatever. He really is the worst voice actor for Peter Parker I've ever heard. And it doesn't match Peter how I view him at all. So, the voice actor for Peter Parker sucks. For the other villains and heroes, not bad. So the second half of the story is very well done. It's very kick-ass. First half is okay, but all in all, the story's the weakest part. Graphics are easy to talk about. Both the heroes and the villain models look great. They really look like Spider-Man, Venom, and so on. The problem with the character models of regular humans is they look very blended. You see, copies of them. But there's actually quite a lot of cars on screen, quite a lot of people on screen, just normal people. This is an upgrade from Spider-Man 3, so all for it. No really graphical, problems like freezing or anything, and the slowdowns are minimal at highest. My main problem with the past Spider-Man games, such as Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, and Friend or Foe, is the combat system. No matter how good that game was never that good. In this game, it totally feels, great. I mean, you feel like Spider-Man when fighting. First, let me talk about the webbing, the swinging. People have a problem. No, it's not like Spider-Man 2 from what I've seen. It's more just one button and you swing away. It's easy to use, fun to use, and you see the slick movements of Spider-Man. As for the combat, it totally kicks ass now. First of all, as most of you know, you use both the normal suit and the black suit now. I'm just going to call it black instead of symbiote suit. It's more like purple. Anyway, the suit looks, the attacks of each suit are totally different. The black suit feels more, powerhouse, big-ass attack, whereas the red suit just feels more agile, more quick, more dodging and so on. So there's a really cool feature there that you totally feel different, and switching between the two is very simple. There's plenty of combos for both. Not only is there plenty, you upgrade each combo and you get more combos. I'll show you that in a second. But there's tons of combos, and some of them look insanely cool, some of them look insanely slick. And you expect this from Spider-Man. As you can see, I'm trying to do a few different ones on screen, and that's a special. As you saw, he makes a huge web blast, and it just knocks everybody on the side of you away. And then you have the black suit, which is insanely powerful. Talking about, upgrading, you go to your screen, upgrade screen, and as you can see, there's different sections, and in those different sections, there's different things to upgrade. You can upgrade your in the air attacks, on the ground, on the wall, your special attacks, and your B attack, I'll call it, which is basically a little special attack. and each suit has different attacks, so you have tons to upgrade. And once you finish, you'll love to do these different moves on different enemies. The combat really never gets boring, and it's easy to use, but it's also has deep enough that you want to do all these different moves. The spider sense in this game actually does something. You actually locate the enemy and then lock on. Another great feature, because it locks on, the camera locks onto the enemy. In the other Spider-Man games, the fucking camera's buzzing out, and you're like, where the hell's the enemy? And then you die. So that really pissed me off in the other games, where it's totally fixed and now there's a lock-on button. So all in all, the gameplay is very fluid, very fun to use, all these different moves to upgrade and obtain, a lot of side missions to do, and the main mission is, the story, which is good in the second half anyway. So the gameplay easily is the best part, and it really never gets repetitive, to me anyway, and any Spider fan probably. Web of Shadows isn't a perfect game. There's some problems there and here and everywhere, but it's still one of the best Spider-Man games, easily one of the best I've played. Best combat, no doubt, there's no doubt in my mind it has the best combat. Well, the story mode is maybe 8 to 10 hours if you want to rush through it. There's plenty of optional missions to do and a lot of achievements to do, such as killing 1,000 enemies will take you a while. Also, all the upgrades and actually collecting stuff, if you collect them, they do more than just unlock an artwork or some stupid shit like that. You get more health for every set amount of collectibles you collect, and they're not really that hard to find. They're on rooftops or on the streets, and you'll see them. They're nice and shiny. So there's plenty of stuff to do besides just the story mode in this game, and that does help this game. If the story was a little better, with better voice acting, the game would be even better. But as it is, it's still a very well made game. And for any Spider-Man fan, you must check this out. Whether you rent or buy, it's up to you. Every other fan, you might want to just rent it, since it is a short game. But if you are into Spider-Man, I suggest you check this out in any way or form. Renting, buying, stealing, or borrowing from a friend, and eventually stealing because you never give it back. Also, choosing the light side or the evil side will bring a different outcome to the story, so go and choose.